Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. I have been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, another Saturday morning where I can't sleep in, and I have been knitting my dark water sweater. And it is coming out wonderfully. I am so happy with this pattern. I think I'm doing pretty well at the color work. It does take a lot of focus, so I'm not bringing it around with me or doing other things. I have to make sure that uh, nobody talks to me during the rounds of the color work. I am probably about maybe a quarter of the way through the chart, so it will be a definite long-term project. And then once I get past the chart, you'll see me knitting. It's just plain yellow all the way down to the bottom of the sweater. And it's a top-down sweater, as you can tell. Uh, and this is the Dark Water Sweater by Jennifer Steinglass. It's designed by, it's knit.love.wool on Instagram if you want to see that and see other examples of her sweaters and how they come out. I noticed that a lot of people knit them in blue with the design in yellow, and that's how it shows up on her page. So it's kind of funny that I picked yellow and blue, but the opposite. Yellow for the body and blue for the design. I enjoy those colors. Blue more than yellow, but I decided to go out of my comfort zone, and I think it looks smashing. So I'm also knitting a plain hat out of Knitpicks Wool of the Andes. It's worsted weight. It's essentially just a tube. So I did ribbing, 2x2 ribbing for the base, and then the rest of it is just plain stocking knit. And what I'll do is when it gets long enough, I will just take a needle, tapestry needle. I guess I don't have any next to me. But I'll take a tapestry needle, I'll go through the whole thing, and then I'll pull it all together, sew it up, and I will ask my youngest if he wants a pom-pom on top or not, but that's where I am. I will probably be done with this tomorrow, and then I'll make another hat. I was wondering, what are your plans for the weekend? Any last minute Christmas gifts that you are finishing up? Mine were these snowflake ornaments that I gave away last week. And you can look at my TikTok page or my Instagram page to see those. I thought they were wonderful. They were called apple orchid snowflakes. I can put the link out there and show a picture of it at the end. I am a prodigious gift giver. And so usually I make everybody something, which I guess I have this year too. I cross-stitched a picture of my friend's baby who was lost due to SIDS and sent that to her. And I also cross-stitched a picture of my friend's great nephew. And I did a few other things. A friend of mine moved to a new state, and I did a lovely picture of the new state that she lives in. It's been a very busy cross-stitch year. But I knit myself a sweater. I knit each of my kids a sweater. My oldest is the wasabi pink sweater that I've made so many videos of, and that is currently sitting on the blocking mats waiting to be completely dried before she puts it on again and make sure it's the right length. Not the right length, I am going to have to take out the bind off and just knit a little bit of the cabled ribbing for an inch, 2 inches, 3 inches. We'll see how it looks when it's on her. That should be today. I touched it yesterday and it was just barely damp. Let's see, what else did I make for gifts? I think that might be it. Um, I know in previous years, like I was a manager for a while and I would make my employees gifts. And one year I made them all socks, one year I made them all cowls. I've done different things. I had one who really liked the socks, so I would make up extra and give it to her. Um, I always gave my mom knitted gifts. I have somewhere a Christmas elf hat that I knit long time ago, red heart yarn, no big deal, but it was cute. It was striped and long, so that it had like the Santa tail with a pom-pom at the end. I made her a snowman once. I'll have to find some pictures of all these things and put them up. And I'm also planning on doing a year in review the last week of December, showing everything that I've made in a year, as well as my future plans. I have projects in my head planned out, and most of them I can show. One is for work with the work logo, so that won't appear here, but it's going to look great. And it'll be a quick cross stitch. So maybe I could show you the threads. And I have to write up my little new yarn journal and put my sweater and my hat in there. I'm going to try and be better organized this year coming up. We'll see how long that lasts. But it is going to be a lot of yarn, a lot of thread, a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So what are your plans for the new year? What have you made this year? What are you proud of? I honestly, right now, the thing that I'm happiest about is this sweater right here. But I'm really proud of my last wasabi sweater. It really looks like a proper sweater. Like I could see all the mistakes I made in my previous ones. Like for instance, two of mine that I made, one is huge, one is really too big. I made the boys' sweaters, one is too small, one is way too big. But Deanna's is good, and it had the most knowledge, the most thought behind it. Now this is a work in progress, so we'll see if I can do it this well on the dark water sweater. So far, so good. I'm happy. Happy Saturday. Have a wonderful day and make something pretty. I'll talk to you tomorrow.